I got something after you done. I'm still not giving you stuff.
He's still missing?
I'm tired, I can't see right.
Last week's shooting, the DV shooting.
Yep, don't have him.
Okay, thank you. I'll repost
He's
it.
still outstanding.
Okay, thank you.
No, you're good.
We good? All right, good morning. Give a briefing on the homicide that occurred early this morning at 202 West Harry. Shortly before 2 a.m., officers of the Wichita Police Department were dispatched to a shooting call at 202 West Harry at Club Vixen. Upon arrival, they located a 24-year-old black male in the rear parking lot with multiple gunshot wounds. This male was transported to the St. Francis Hospital, where shortly before 2:30 this morning he was pronounced. During the investigation, we're finding out there was some sort of verbal altercation in the parking lot. During this altercation, a group of 3 or 4 males will confront the victim and another individual. The group of 3 or 4 males one of them will pull out a handgun, firing the handgun and shooting and killing the victim. We're asking anyone with any information to call the homicide section at 268-4182 or Crime Stoppers at 267-2111.
The other individual, who was the other individual, and did that person get hurt?
Not that we know of. We haven't been able to locate him yet.
Do you know what the argument stemmed from?
No, we're not. We're getting very limited cooperation in this case.
Are you releasing the name of the victim?
That will be later today or tomorrow.
Is the victim a gang member?
Not that I know of.
I think, as you've mentioned before, can you tell us how many homicides this is actually? First one,
This will be 33.
the 33rd. In several situations, homicides, you guys have talked about limited information. How difficult is that when people are not cooperating?
Extremely difficult. We know that there were several people in the parking lot that witnessed this case. None of them stayed around. They all fled. We do not know who they are or their names. But without any information or any cooperation, they're very difficult and almost impossible to solve.
Do you know how many cases remain open in the homicides?
I don't have that exact number right now. Anything else? Nope. All right, thank you.
Appreciate it, Lieutenant. Again, on that 33rd homicide of this year, if you have any information, you can call, again, our detective, 268-4407. Crime Stoppers, 267-2111. I'll get the case number for you. I don't have it with me, but I will get it for you. Just a couple things I want to cover this morning. We did have a traffic DUI check lane that occurred this weekend. Occurred into the early morning hours of Sunday morning, approximately 2:30. It was held in the area of 300 South Washington. During the time, officers made contact with 325 vehicles, and through their contacts, there were 8 DUI arrests, including 1 felony DUI. There was 6 open container arrests, 1 possession of marijuana arrest, 1 criminal possession of a firearm arrest, 6 arrests for driving while suspended driver's license, 10 no DL in possession citations, 1 evade and elude arrest, 2 reckless driving arrests, 12 citations for no proof of insurance. There was 2 bench warrant arrests, a county warrant arrest, 4 seatbelt citations, and 1 child restraint violation. So, great job by the officers working in this DUI check lane. Again, this was late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, working to keep the community safe through this traffic enforcement.
You said 8, correct? 8 DUI arrests?
8, correct.
How many of these, I guess, checks do you guys do throughout the year?
I don't know a specific number of how many they do, but this is a grant-funded assignments that they use to help enforce traffic laws and DUI laws to help keep the community safe.
What makes a DUI in that one case up to a felony?
I'd have to check in the specific case, but it could be just due to prior convictions.
Oh, and you talk about arrest for driving on suspended. Is that a deal where those people are booked, or are they just given a court date?
I'd have to look exactly. I know at one point we did book on that, and at one point we did issue citations. I'd have to follow up to see what our policy is at this time. And it probably depends on the situation. Obviously, if they were being arrested for a DUI, they would also be booked for the driving on suspended license as well. All right, last thing I want to cover today, just First Responders Night coming up. Wichita Wingnuts, Wednesday, August 15th. This Wednesday, 7:05. First Responders Night, come out, be an opportunity to support your local law enforcement and the Wichita Wingnuts. So First Responders Night, we'll be out there. Perhaps Sergeant Justice will make an appearance. Yes?
Is that confirmed?
Yes. I confirm that. Anything else today?
You got Wichita Night Out tomorrow?
Yes, that is this. Yes.
Have signups been good?
Yes, I don't have the total number with me today. I'll get that in the morning. We can do something on that in the morning. But yes, tomorrow is Neighborhood Night Out. Our first responders, community leaders will be out attending some of the registered events to just communicate with neighbors and get to know everybody, get to know people that work and live in those beat areas. So take time if your neighborhood is having a block party, get out, get to know your neighbors, get to know your first responders, be able to ask some questions about what's going on in your neighborhood.
Will Sergeant Justice be making an appearance at any Wichita Night Out activities?
I don't believe
Don't
so.
know?
I don't
Okay.
believe
All
so.
right.
But perhaps.
Never know.
Anything
And
else?
Since people are watching, do you encourage, I guess, the community coming out to these neighborhood night outs?
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah, I very much encourage everybody to be involved in the neighborhood night out activity. Get out, get to know your neighbor by a first name basis, and work together in helping prevent crime in your neighborhood. Get to know the officers that work those areas. They'll be driving around to these neighborhood events. Get to know them on a first name basis. Get to know their email. Be able to communicate with them. Again, working together with the Wichita Police Department and the community to keep this city safe. Anything else? All right. Appreciate everybody being here on this Monday. Be safe.
Can you actually get us those numbers ahead of time? We might do a story about it. Wichita night out.
How many registered
Yeah.
events and stuff? Yeah.
Is there like a list that people can go look at?